Hello, hello, welcome back to the channel. It's Chrissy Sawyer here. I'm going to do a general reading for Libra for September. So as usual, Librans, take what lands, leave what doesn't, and govern yourself accordingly. All right, so we're going to do a general overview with the oracle cards. We'll drill down with some tarot cards. We'll get some advice cards from the Shaman Oracle. And then we'll wrap up the reading with a Divine Abundance card. Okay, so Libra, what's going on with you? Let's have some cards for Libra for September, please. I'm going to take only the one that's landed up because this is far too many. We've got a lot to say. Some cards for Libra, please. Looks like you're in a shift. And another card, please. Thank you. Yep. Right. This is looking like the end of one cycle and the beginning of another. Yeah. Underlying energy, Libra, for you is poised. Poised is about being in a state of readiness more than it is waiting and frustrated. So there's a question inherent within that. And you may not know what you're dreaming into life at the moment, but readiness is, can you move when something happens? Are you prepared? Do you have the space you need, the resource you need? Do you need rest? You need to squeeze some rest in before that new moon on Sunday, Monday. Yeah. Tying up some loose ends, it's feeling like for you Librans. So the first card out is Between Worlds, and let's look at these all together because it looks like you're going to be receiving guidance and direction from a much higher plane of intelligence. And moving into, well, creative femininity, if you like. That feminine, passive, receptive. That's interesting. That feminine, passive, receptive energy. And it is that kind of dare to dream energy. Being between worlds at the moment is literally showing me that there is this shift from, I want to say the old into the new. That seems oversimplifying it, but it might be a shift from an old way of thinking into a new way of thinking, an old way of speaking. I think we've got Mercury going into retrograde in Libra. So it might be an old way of communicating, moving into a new way that's maybe more feminine, is pulling from a higher power. These cards are rearranging themselves. I'm just noticing that. So this energy, just the overview, is in a flux state, right? I want to drill down now with some tarot cards. So let's clarify Between Worlds, please, for Libra for September. I want to have a look at that one. It almost came out. 9 of Wands. Yeah, standing by passion. Like it's very much coming in with, it's feeling very like that poised energy, kind of defeats, like the standing behind the defense line, ready. So defending that flux state. And taking care of yourself, because there's nothing weak or wounded warrior about this. It's beautiful, it's majestic energy. Just standing in the glow of her own light, not suffering any fools in this changed state. When we're in a changed state, we can often attract other energies that want to manage us, normalizers, quantifiers. That's not going to help you at the moment because you're pulling from a higher source, which might come in a quite Uranus kind of way, a bit rebellious, but again with Mercury retrograde, it might taunt you into a little bit of healthy rebellion or some deeply shadowy rebellion. Let's clarify higher power if it needs clarifying. Yeah. Wow. Oh. Oh, guys. Woof. My energy field's just gone. Wah! Are you ever going to be set free from whatever it is you're in? So we've got this kind of, it's almost a beginner mind energy coming in where it's almost like, well, I'm learning this. I don't know what I'm learning or why I'm learning it, but I'm learning it. And my light bulbs are on. And in this moment, it's cool. It's cool. It doesn't have to be right or wrong or good and bad. It's just, it's this creative mind coming in, but this is coming in under higher power. And it's coming in with the death card, 13, with the death card in reverse. So that's putting something down. It's letting something go to come into the rebirth and to set yourself free from this self-imprisonment, this energy that you've been holding for quite a while now. Wow, this is a real shift for you, Libra. Amazing. Put that there and that there. And let's clarify the Imagine card, please. Wow. So this, the word I get immediately with this is diligence. And it's like, it's almost like a commitment to tune in for a little bit every day and to use the creative imagination, the feminine receptive to receive messages, but it looks like you're going to bring them straight into form to a much quicker energy, much quicker energy. Yeah, underlying energy, bringing your work to the world. This could be quite fast. Although there's no chariot here, so it might just be the energy I'm picking up, but my crown chakra is opening up, my feet are fizzing, and there's a sense of kind of, well, actually I can see a circus. That's what I'm being shown, a circus, which is quite a frenetic, joyful, creative energy circus. Wow. Put that there for underlying energy, bringing your work to the world. Right, I'm going to get some guidance cards. Let's do a general guidance for the whole reading of how you can dance with this energy. Yeah. Curiosity. Page is really young, creative, vibrant energy. Curiosity. Let go of needing to know the answers. Libra is the scales, it's justice, it's right and wrong. Might be a bit black and white. Sometimes black and white can kill curiosity, because with curiosity, there's no immediate resolution. It's just playfulness. What if you watch a child play? It doesn't really know what it's making. It's just gathering together bits and bobs and building new universes. So yeah, come as a stranger to whatever it is you're going to be shown. 53-8 is abundance. It's a karmic shift. It's change. It's quite dynamic change. It's like genie energy. So how best to work with this energy? I use the term best advisedly, effectively, let's say, to effectively work with this shift energy is to remain curious as much as you can. Getting back to integrity is, there's a lovely card in the messenger deck which says, protect to the end the wild and the green. So protecting your own nature. Last Compass talks about these yod points that have been activating. And the yod point is kind of just coming online into truth. You know, we talk about it in terms of destiny, but it's about your authenticity really coming online and into a place of truth. So remaining curious, staying with your truth, no matter how that's met in the world. So, listen, when you're working with higher energies through the feminine receptive, there's a question about how teachable you are. And again, if you're reaching towards the quantifiable, the right and the wrong, the good and the bad, then that might not be the best use of creative energy. So becoming a hollow bone, again, that's echoing the Page of Swords, this playful, curious, open mind, is to make yourself teachable. So, you know, we've got Mercury going into retrograde, and that's a revisit, rethink, re-evaluate energy. And it might be that, it might actually be that you get triggered. It might not be. Something fabulous is just as likely to happen. But as readers, we can all sit here and make everything fabulous. But let's not rule that out, because you're working with higher power here. But in a Mercury retrograde, it might be that something from the past, an old narrative, a behavior, it could literally be an old workmate or boss or lover, might show up on your radar and give you a gift of a gentle trigger. It might be a heart pull or something that hurts you. So if you become teachable in that, then you don't project it back. You don't counter project it or transfer it. You own it. If it, you know, I always say with triggers, if we get triggered, it's in us. It's impossible to get triggered about something we are ambivalent towards. There has to be a vibration that already exists in the body for that to get doinged. So yeah, that's great advice. Curiosity, getting back to integrity, and being teachable. All right, lovely clear reading, Libra. Thank you. Very, very clear. Let's wrap this up now with don't need all those. With a Divine Abundance card. And let's say this might be an energy to kind of use steadily, like a resource throughout the month of September. What's the Divine Abundance message, please, on this for Libra? Divine Abundance message for Libra. Okay. Right. Oh, okay, right. Hang on. There's an addendum. This isn't giving me a card yet because I'm guided to turn the Shaman Oracle upside down to look at the underlying energy. There's Mercury retrograde here. All right. So there might well be a reconciliation, and a reconciliation can happen in the physical, in a real relationship, It can happen in the mind with an internal narrative, belief, perception, judgment, prejudice, whatever. The Wailing Tree. And when I turn the deck, this card also wants to be seen. And yeah, perfect storm. So listen, if a situation presents itself to you that on the face of it seems jarring and unwanted, this whole thing is an invitation to you to use a different energy. So let's now see what comes out with the divine abundance, and to walk into what looks like a perfect storm in a different energy. And you've got some beautiful energy here of powerful integrity, defending your corner, diligence, a playful, curious mind, staying in your integrity. These are all great indicators of remapping old behavior. And I always kind of think with all birds, there's a message to see a bigger picture. And again, that's reflecting what I was saying in you cannot get triggered if it doesn't exist within you. So see the big picture as you're being handed a gift, and it might look like, I don't like you right now. Take the gift, sit with it for as long as it takes, journal, dance with it, meet it, get the narrative and reconcile it. A nice balancing reading for you, Libra, and why wouldn't it be? Okay, can we have a divine abundance card, please, for Libra? There's 3 cards. I'm going to show you all 3. So definitely expansion. If you're working with higher energies using imagination, the mind can go anywhere with that. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained and exhausted ego. Oh, that's poetic. Yeah, because the ego it is prescriptive and limited. It has its own personality. So it can quickly move to disappointment and frustration when it perceives it's not getting what it wants. But higher power and imagination might have a very different timeline, just ready to offer you. So with expansiveness comes change and loss. All right, I'll show you these images. Yes, change. Whole reading is talking about change. There's a shift. And when we shift towards something, we shift away from something. And so there can be this sense of loss. And the sense of loss can be felt at heart level, leaving old relationships behind that actually don't serve you. All right. And there's a question around that, because if the defend it to the end card is coming out, then it might be time to let go of some relationships. And loss can be egoic. I didn't get what I want or what I thought I wanted, but the eyes can only see what the mind is willing to conceive of. Okay, so expansiveness, change and loss are your abundance cards. So use those as a blueprint to move into this beautiful shift. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So Libra, thank you for sharing your energy with me. Please like, share, subscribe, drop me a comment, and I will be back with you all again soon. Take good care. Bye-bye.